This is my wife, Chris, and my daughters, Beth and Shelley.
Yay!
Friends, I come before you here today to announce that I'm running for the position of the Commissioner of Finance of the City of Saratoga Springs. My wife, Chris, my daughters, Shelley and Beth, and I are relative newcomers to this city. But, like many of its residents, we've fallen in love with the charms of Saratoga Springs, and we're very excited about its potential. My family moved to Saratoga shortly after I moved my office, along with the national headquarters of the ACO Company, to a beautiful building just a few blocks down south of here on Broadway. I believe that my experience provides me with a substantial foundation for the work that I will be required to do as the Commissioner of Finance. After earning both our bachelor's and law degrees in the Boston area, Chris and I began practicing law with large law firms in the Seattle, Washington area. We then came to the Capital District so that I could start to work for ACO, where I've been the General Counsel for the last 2 decades. These trucks are really fun.
You gotta have a loud voice.
I gained meaningful experience both in business and in law, helping that company achieve success while it grew to become the premier financial counseling company in the United States and a significant employer both throughout the Capital District and here in Saratoga Springs. I've learned from years of interaction with chairmen, CEOs, and chief legal officers of Fortune 500 companies, as well as other companies. I've had the good fortune of learning from the high-quality staff of lawyers and professionals that I managed in ACO's 9 offices around the United States. I've been responsible for the development of a number of financial products and services that have inured to the benefit of ACO and our clients. When my friends first suggested that I might consider running for City Council, I was uncertain as to whether this was going to be the best way that I could serve this community. I certainly knew of many of the challenges that face all municipalities now in these very trying financial times. And I was aware of the impact of some of the recent decisions made by the mayor and the majority of the council of this city. After reading through the current and past budgets, attending council meetings, reviewing past meetings on the web, I realized that the skills and knowledge that I had developed over the course of 25 years of practice in law and business were going to be helpful to this city. The city is in poor financial condition right now, and it's been significantly worsened by the current administration under the watch of our Commissioner of Finance. But the bright promise of our city is not irretrievable. It is time to bring change to Saratoga. The first thing that we need is to change the lack of transparency and the lack of communication around our city council. We need open government.
Yes!
Woo! We need communication with the citizens of Saratoga, within the city offices, and within the county and state that's not polarized along party lines.
Yes.
What opportunities are lost when important decisions involving our taxes and our city services are made by 5 men in a room locked away from public view?
Shame.
What possible good can be brought to the city by a commissioner who, refusing to acknowledge budgetary mistakes in multiple public meetings, calls our governor a liar? Not a good way to make friends and influence people. It is time to bring change to Saratoga. The current shortfall from the budget that was put forward by the Commissioner of Finance just 7 months ago is an embarrassment. But it's more so. It's an indication of the lack of foresight and planning that epitomizes his current administration. The solution recently found by our Commissioner of Finance requires one-time sales of city assets and spending down of reserves which have been prudently put away by prior administrations. What about future years when these assets and reserves are gone? The current administration, under the watch of the Commissioner of Finance, has no long-term financial plan, no financial vision for this city. It is time to bring change to Saratoga.
Yes.
Yay!
Saratoga will grow. The economic forces around us and the attractive cultural heritage that we have here in Saratoga will most certainly result in growth within our city. This may be a good thing. The question is, will the growth be sustainable and will it be intelligent? Sustainable growth doesn't happen by accident. Sustainable growth requires long-term planning. Do we want to maintain and enhance the character of a city where the residents can walk to the store, bike to work, and run to the parks? Do we want well-planned, mixed-use neighborhoods, or do we want suburban sprawl? Are we willing to protect the green spaces and the architectural heritage that result from the exceptional foresight of city leaders over the last century? The current administration, as epitomized by the current Commissioner of Finance, has no sustainable long-term financial plan. It's time to bring change to Saratoga. I want to work cooperatively in an open and fiscally responsible fashion with the citizens of Saratoga, with the City Council led by Mayor Ron Kim.
Yay!
The county, state, and federal officials as your next Commissioner of Finance. If you elect me in November, I won't stop listening and I won't stop working for you. Please help me, Ron Kim, Kevin Connolly, John Frank, and Joanne Yepsen bring Saratoga the change that you deserve.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. All right. Now I guess I'm official. I'm really in it, huh? Can't back out now.
That was good.
Well, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate that.
Good job. Thank you.
Well done. You helped me through here. Bruce. All right.
Good job. First political speech. Good job.
More to come. Many more to come. All right. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. And anytime you want to join in the fun, you just let me know. All right.
Join us in Grand. She's a retired professor from Skidmore.
Not against you. No, I'm pretty much all for you. That's great. That's great. Laura, thank you very much. Phil, nice to talk to you. Thank you so much for coming out.
You're quite welcome. I learned the hard way. It's anywhere.
I'm hoping that I can do some good.